Hello there guys, how are we all doing today? We are going to be going into our first Challengers Division game of the day. It is VP Prodigy versus Zero Tenacity. I got a little bit confused there, but it is on Nuke and we pretty much just go straight into it. The pistol round straight away, and look at that from Simka, takes down Fen2k. What are you thinking about this one though, Charlie? Just a matchup itself.
Obviously, VP Prodigy. Obviously, we've seen them. We've seen them in previous seasons. Look very strong here. This is the first game of this season, so it's gonna be exciting to see how they do. Zero Tenacity, they already have played a game. They are 1-0, so it's gonna be a really interesting matchup between these two teams because we always expect great things from VP Prodigy, but Zero Tenacity, they always provide us some magic moments as well.
Yeah, definitely they've been looking great in the pistol round so far. Kyofo will get a nice double there. The bomb could have, in fact, gotten taken down there. So we did have a player towards single door, but it doesn't really matter. Zero Tenacity, they do take the round. But the one thing with this bomb plant is it might allow VP Prodigy to force in the next. And that somewhat could be a little bit of a problem here for Zero Tenacity. But obviously, if ZT are able to win this round and we do see a force from VP Prodigy, then I guess it's not going to be the biggest of problems.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, I feel like we see a lot of these force buys in the second round come out, but VP Prodigy have opted not to, actually. They have invested a decent amount, but the fact that they have actually invested a little too much. It's a bit more of a half buy, but the loss bonus is 2.4k. So players like Cheerful, Lomic, they're going to be sitting on like 3.6, 3.7. So interesting that they spent so much. Latic bought that scout out, gets nothing done with it. Great shot from Brute Monster.
Yeah, we've really got to expect this to go the way of Zero Tenacity here. Oh, Simka, MP9 with a double. Namana will take down Lomic as well. Ooh, nice from Fen2k. I believe Fen2k being the newest addition to this roster. Obviously, the other four players we're very used to seeing, but Fen2k, he's a new one to this side.
Is that the same with Avon? I feel like we haven't seen Avon on Zero Tenacity.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Avon's a new addition as well.
Obviously, other four I recognise pretty well, but yeah, it's just Avon. I'm pretty sure this is his first season with the SCL. Sorry if I did get that wrong, but he's at least the newest addition to the roster. Do you see VP Prodigy buy once again? You can see how lackluster it is. You can see they obviously wanted to get the buyout in this round. I don't think they realized how much they spent in the previous, so there are still limitations.
That is a lovely nade from Brute Monster. Lomic dropped very low. Brute Monster dancing around this garage area. Oh, he's found a kill and he's also spotted another. This full buy here from VP Prodigy might get taken down. Oh, AVN will find one, but Fen2k with the trade.
Fen2k gets brought down really low as well. 11 points of health. Lomic sitting around 50. Brute Monster is taking these fights outside. Constant 1-for-1s, but it's not helping VP Prodigy out too much. Somebody needs to step up there.
Yeah, and that's a great round for Brute Monster in this one. He's done a great job towards outside, and also you've got to remember, Charlie, Brute Monster not even rifling. He's going to be on the AWP on these full buys, so got to imagine going to show some dominance. That's a nice find from Resol, though. It does bring it to a 2 versus 2. We do have this flank from Lobby as well.
Yeah, that could actually be the spark of life here for VP Prodigy. They bought Simka down low. Namana finds nothing.
It's going to be this hot hit. Obviously, Kyofo towards heaven as well, and Lomic's got a lot of work to do here. Kyofo, in fact, has got himself out of heaven, and that's an easy kill. And Zero Tenacity, they find 3 here. A really nice start for them on the CT side of Nuke.
Yeah, what we could see as the issue for Zero Tenacity here is they have not been able to really stabilize their money. So there could be some limitations in this round as it is. The AVN, no utility, Simka, MP9. So obviously it is just these pistols invested. Zero Tenacity, they've got to do whatever they can to try to win it as cleanly as possible.
Yeah, the MP9 on Simka, though, going to come alive in this one.
Was it? Not get much cleaner than that there.
That was a 4K from Simka. It was stolen away by Namana.
I think it was an 18-second round as well, which is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like getting towards the lobby takes at least 5. A very quick round. And that's 4 rounds for Zero Tenacity. Obviously, we need to see somewhat of a little bit of rounds here from VP Prodigy on this T side. We're expecting maybe a 10-5 half, but that opening pick from Brute Monster really strong there. Result though will find one, but Brute Monster just swinging out with the AWP, doubles down.
I think does have an AWP as well, but got to be building it with the man disadvantage.
Namana slowly aggressing through Secret. Obviously, we do have 2 players towards back red. Latic staring towards heaven, awaiting a peek. Nothing come through yet, and Namana's going to be tested now. He's in a perfect position. Surely going to at least find one. Oh, he does spot the first. We'll just drop the flashbang. Latic blinded by that. Namana has crossed back as well, so it is a 4 versus 2 hit. Got a lot of util on the VP Prodigy side. Both players having 3 pieces each, but I feel like it is still going to be really tough for them, especially as they are in this 2-man disadvantage.
They are very silent though, so there is a chance they can grab one for nothing. Latic hoping someone gifts him something. Is making his way up towards heaven.
AVN though holding this angle. Fen2k needs to be very clinical. Does find the first. Brings it to this 3 versus 2. Simka tasked with finding this pick. Oh, takes down the AWP. Players dropped onto the back of the site. Just taps the bomb. Simka swings, and with the MP9 he gets a double. Can upgrade to that AK as well. And that is a great round there from Zero Tenacity.
I mean, these rounds are in situations getting reasonably close, but Zero Tenacity are always the ones crossing the line. Obviously, this is VP Prodigy's first game of the season, like I mentioned, so we could see maybe a few slower played rounds, maybe taking a bit of time for them just to get into the matchup.
But I feel like a map like Nuke, especially on the T side, you really can't be having a slow start, because that's when things get quite troublesome. Realistically now, VP Prodigy, they're going to have to win half of the rounds that are remaining in this one, and that is going to be somewhat of a tough task. Brute Monster slowly peeking towards outside. Going to try and find a pick here. I love the confidence to go for that angle.
Yeah, I mean, the angle's actually not as hard as it looks, because a lot of players do just stop there, so they can look towards back credit. So sometimes you can get a bit of a cheeky kill. We might actually be seeing it from Lomic, but he's not doing it. This Kyofo boost could be everything. Namana holding from a strong angle as well. Miss Molly, though, isn't going to be ideal.
We've also got AVN down towards Secret. It seems as though Zero Tenacity, they've got all bases covered here. Going to be seeing the Molotov. Is that for top heart?
Must be.
Very sneaky there. They are going to be aggressing out. The Molotov will force them back, but Resol's going through, in fact. No players towards top heart. Latic holding towards heaven. Doesn't have the AWP in this round, just the scout, but man advantage here for VP Prodigy. And the bomb will go down. No more utility, though. No more defensive util from this side, so it's going to be tough. The flash is good, but oh, Resol. Perfect crosshair placement. Gets taken down by Kyofo. 2 versus 3 now. Fen2k will find one. Brute Monster will get a kill with the AWP. Oh, Brute Monster finds a second. He's aware of the player's positioning as well. The bomb is planted for him, but oh! That is ridiculous from Brute Monster. 9 and 2. What a shot there.
It doesn't matter how good he does with the rifles, because he's always one step better with the AWP. So clinical, finding the first. You saw how aware he was that he was going to get swung, just backs off, gets the information, drops down, and just the confidence. Obviously, he didn't even realize how wide that player was, but still so quick with the AWP. Bomb plant is going to allow VP Prodigy to get another buyout.
The util's not perfect, so It's going to be...
Yeah, that's always going to be the issue with that sort of full loss bonus bomb plant. Yes, you can get a buy, but it can leave you in a really difficult situation sometimes. And it's just, you can't get an all power. Your util's not always going to be perfect. So you're always going to have those sort of limitations with that buy.
They don't have any, I think they've only got one smoke remaining as well. I believe it's dropped outside lobby. Obviously, I feel like when you're hitting the A side, you don't really need a smoke. Obviously, one for main is somewhat of a bit of an added bonus, but it is going to be tough. Lomic, though, does find Namana. Sat in the Molotov for a little too long there and will be burnt to a crisp. It is going to be this A hit, though. Brute Monster towards Heaven. Will find one. A player has already dropped down Vent, though.
Yeah, this bomb is still just making its way towards lobby, so I'm not sure where the goal was meant to be for this.
Surely it's going to be ramp. Got to play it down towards B. That is where they are currently leaning. Fen2k and Result tasked with trying to take down Brute Monster here, but that's an easy frag, and he can back away as well. Just drops the Molotov, and Fen2k bomb on his back in this 1 versus 4. He's got 20 seconds to play with here. Simka very much aware of this Heaven wrap, but it's just going to be a save here. And Zero Tenacity, they find seven in a row on the CT side of Nuke. They've looked so dominant here.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, there's been real individual moments of brilliance from so many of these players, but just the awareness that we're seeing from Zero Tenacity right now, there's some real top CS. VP Prodigy, finally they're not going to get a buyout. No bomb plant.
And something to mention, Charlie, I feel like, you know, in the last season, obviously, and kind of previous seasons, there's been times where we've seen Brute Monster not performing so well. You know, not bottom of the leaderboard, but certainly not at the top. Whereas in this game here, it's clear to see, very confident on the map, you know, on this map. And also, I feel like, certainly just feeling it today, doing so well with the AWP. And I feel like if Zero Tenacity, if Brute Monster can play this well in all the games, I feel like it's safe to say they're going to take it. But Namana gets flashed in there, gets a lovely double. Fen2k able to find one, can back away, but Simka finding Result keeps his 2-man advantage in their favor. Fen2k, though, will take down the hero of this Zero Tenacity side in this round. Still man disadvantage. And obviously, Fen2k has been chipped down quite a lot.
Yeah, only one smoke remaining. Spams could connect to Fen2k. It looked like Namana was aware, but isn't going to go for any more.
They kind of have to go B here. Realistically, it's going to be tough, but I feel like staying... Oh, there is a second smoke, in fact. But I think staying towards A, it's going to be a really tough site to crack, because they're going to have to either send the smoke towards main or try and use it to get the bomb down, because either way, the lack of flashbangs, trying to execute onto the A bomb site, there's so many different angles where, you know, you don't really have enough time to check them, especially when you are going to be going at a fast pace. They are just shifting towards main, though. Potentially, we're going to be seeing this A hit through main from VP Prodigy. In fact, they are going towards garage here. Oh, and they line up for Namana. VP Prodigy, they were playing that one so passively, so cautiously. Didn't want to give up their lives, but in doing so, they just lined up perfectly. And that's the half one already, Charlie. We've only had 8 rounds of play, and Zero Tenacity have found all of them.
We do finally see that tag pause, but once again, it feels like we've seen a bit of mismanaged economy from VP Prodigy. That was meant to be a partial investment. There was no bomb plant. The loss bonus that was in the reserve just wasn't enough to be able to get a full buyout. And you see Cheerful and Lomic just not enough to get a full investment out. So it seems like VP Prodigy, despite 3 of the players having enough to get a buy, they're going to have to go for a partial buy.
It's a bit tough. I feel like in these situations, you're consistently seeing players just constantly on those half buys and really struggling. I feel like Latek's hasn't been on the AWP in quite some time, even after saving quite a lot. But I feel like it is a tough one. Does have the scout in this round, but the awareness of Brute Monster, he's levels above his opponents. He knows what they're gonna do before they've even thought about it.
Timing's great there. Namana takes down Latek. Just these 3 Tech 9s remaining. Heading towards ramp. Kyofo. A lot of work to do. These players do have armor, so you do have to respect that if they do get a kill, they can pick up these weapons.
Oh, lovely dodge flash there. Namana going to be coming in to help his teammate. And oh, Namana gets the dink on the second. believe it was through the box, but still done a lot of damage to Fen 2K. As you mentioned, though, the retrieval of that M4, it can be utilized here. They're not being quiet about this. Kyofo's got all this information of where these players are. Still down towards the B bomb site, though, and rightly so. As it seems as though VP Prodigy are going to be making their way back towards ramp, but potentially they're not going to go down towards B. It is lobby where they are leading, but AVN very deep here. And what do you think VP Prodigy need to change, Charlie? Because it's clear to see that they aren't playing anywhere near as well as we kind of expected. VP Prodigy certainly a side that I feel like a lot of teams wouldn't want to be facing early on, but they're clearly not playing to their regular standards here. And AVN, deep in lobby, gets that double. But what do you think they need to switch up here?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, the most basic thing, they've got to make sure they're on the same page with the buys. They've got to be able to actually get these full buys out at the same time when they should be able to. It feels like it's cost 1 or 2 rounds this game just because they sort of mismanaged the economy. But I also feel like it feels like they're trying to play sort of a bit of a late game CS, trying to get people into certain positions before they go for the final execute. But they're losing the kills before they even get the chance to do so. So I feel like at this point, just do something together, do something fast. Pack mentality, we just saw Lomic peek by himself there. He's got backup, but no one was with him, so it just allows Brumos to get a kill and back off. And see, look, they used all this util to try to take outside control, wasted the util, lost a life, and now they're just regrouping. But their end goal was gone. I feel like that's where you, despite being on the full buys, and it's a bit of a tough call to make. I feel like just go for something fast, go for a ramp hit, go for an A hit, just something where you can be together.
Well, it's clear to see that the trading isn't perfect for them. But yeah, as you mentioned, they used 3 smokes, a lot of flashbangs. But look how it's working now. They just decided to go towards A. You know, they find that opening pick, they go out as a pack, and it can work for them here, but they're going to drop down vent. This certainly is the right call to make, seeing as there's no defenders here towards B. Kyofo will be rotating in, does find the first, spots the second as well. Repositioning.
Can go down with man advantage for Zero Tenacity. Result trying to get aggressive towards ramp. AVN is going to be pushing down the vents. Still a player towards A, so time is ticking.
This aggression.
He could get flanked on.
It's a lovely double from Result. We'll put their team in the man advantage. Cheerful finding one as well. It's all on Namana. And that's the first round going the way of VP Prodigy there. And about time too.
Big round from Result there. Huge frags really kept his team in that one. But look at the money for Zero Tenacity. It's still not perfect. One more round from VP Prodigy can make things very awkward.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously these rounds haven't been kind of as dominant as they've been seeing. They have come down to, you know, these 2 versus, you know, these 2 VXs for Zero Tenacity. It really hasn't been perfect for them. But I think as well, in these clutch situations, it seems as though it is always going the way of Zero Tenacity. Whereas in that round, they kind of just played as a pack and it worked out perfectly for VP Prodigy. But straight away, the opening pick going the way of Zero Tenacity once again. Brute Monster been so clinical at finding these opening frags. Certainly someone that VP Prodigy need to try and get a grasp of.
Even with just a bit of a pixel angle. Great job to find that kill.
If things really aren't going perfectly here for VP Prodigy. It's a great find from Lomic though. Will make things back level. Cheerful. Size towards double doors, but still going to be progressing up vent. I think it is going to be this A pop here. There will be a fast flank from Kyofo, as he is currently down towards these double doors positions. It's going to be a tough sight hit though.
Time is ticking though.
Molotov towards top hut, I believe. Does land. Util has come down. Kyofo will be able to find one in the back lines. Brute Monster gets the trade on Lomic. Oh, what a one tap there from Result. On to this 2 versus 2 now.
Namana's coming from lobby. Kyofo's going all the way around to Seeker, so this bomb can go down.
He's already very deep towards hut though. Namana potentially might get overlooked here. I like the setup that they're running, though. Surely VP Prodigy can't lose this one. Latic posted up towards main. Does find Kyofo. Now it's on Namana. Oh, what a shot there from Latic.
A little too focused there on Latic. Didn't even look towards second event, but 2 rounds found from VP Prodigy. I mentioned they win it. They can make things very difficult for the money of Zero to Nasty.
And that's, you know, that's what this pause is probably being called for. I feel like realistically we need to see somewhat of a change here. Obviously, I know it's only been 2 rounds, but Zero to Nasty, they can't let VP Prodigy back into this one. If they want to close it out in a dominant fashion, they can't really be giving this up. And I've got a little idea. Oh, Simka, he's kind of broken my train of thought, but I was thinking, put Brute Monster on an AWP. He's got the money to do so. He had around 7k there. Would have been able to invest in an AWP and still had money for the next, but opted to be the hero in this round.
Yeah, what they're going for, I mean, isn't actually that risky. I mean, Brute Monster's going to be punished. I think the reason they haven't gone for the AWP is so Simka can drop on next round. Because the loss bonus is only 2.4k.
Simka's going to be on, what, 6.2k? Will he even be able to drop?
I mean, you need 5.4 to drop an AWP, no util, just count.
Oh, I was talking about buying an M4 and dropping another. But yeah.
Oh no, I think yeah, just drop Brute Monster and AWP. Brute Monster give you an M4. Nice little swap there. Everyone's happy.
And Amana's certainly not going to be happy with that round though. Just dropped towards Squeaky and just got his head ripped off there. Going to be this top site hit here. Simka currently leaning towards ramp. It will just be Brute Monster to defend here. Surely going to be very tough. Just have the chance to find the player towards Squeaky. AVN in a perfect
But
position.
he gonna see. Does grab one, picks up the AK. Nothing more can be done though. Simka is towards heaven for now.
Might just send out the first player to probe and Simka gets the trade. Oh, there's 2 players lined up here. Simka can find him as well. Oh, Brute Monster on the deagle. It's all on Latic on the AWP. He's been spotted. Somehow Zero to Nasty have a real chance in this one now. Simka just going to be sticking the bomb. Oh, and Brute Monster with the headshot. Simka doesn't even need to drop an AWP. Latic's just giving one away for free. And Zero to Nasty, they find 10 here. That is absolutely ridiculous in a round that was destined to go the way of VP Prodigy. Simka coming alive, being the real hero of that round.
I watched the setup there from VP Prodigy. As soon as I saw 2 players towards close second event, I was worried things could go wrong, but just the sheer amount of bodies they had, I thought surely there's no way.
It was interesting.
But somehow, yeah, they just saw they were too paranoid about Brute Monster just to take the fight on Simka.
It seemed as though we had a double vent setup and neither were holding heaven. Obviously, they kind of had their eyes towards it, but seemingly they weren't too kind of focused on it. And realistically, once you find out where the M4's playing from, no need to go elsewhere. Brute Monster peeking with your... How's he got a collab there? That is ridiculous. I feel like most players couldn't even hit that shot on its own.
Still a 3v3 though, so very up in the air. Namana's been spotted towards main and not making some great shots, but... Gotta hit a couple more greater. Flash coming out, it's not good enough, and Latic not blinded.
Even if VP Prodigy take this round, I feel like the real MVP of this one is Brute Monster. That double there is absolutely ridiculous. How is there a collateral opportunity? He's staring downwards. I don't even know how that bullet can hit 2 people.
Definitely a one in a million shot there.
Did one of them jump on top of the other?
I think he just shot the head of another, and the other one must have been tagged down lower.
And it hit their foot or something.
It could have either hit their leg, or potentially, depending on how close they were to each other, maybe the stomach. Yeah, either way, great collat.
I feel like it's near impossible to replicate. 3 rounds.
Obviously, Zero Tenacity, they've already found 10 rounds, which is a pretty good CT side. Sort of like a good standard. But anything more that they can get from this will just be that added bonus. Obviously, still 2 rounds left to play in this half, so definitely possible.
Yeah, not a perfect buy for Zero Tenacity. We've got players very lackluster in regard to utility. Only 2 kits in play, an AVN on an MP9. That nade's going to do a little bit of damage. Potentially a little less than I initially perceived, but either way, not the biggest of problems here. We are going to be seeing AVN drop down towards Vent. Has done so silently as well. It's going to be this main hit. It's going to be this A hit. They're splitting through main. Latic will find Namana as well. This player in Heart with a lot of work to do. AVN will find one. Oh, and Simka finds nothing. It's all on Brute Monster. All on the AWP. Oh, that's the bomb, in fact. Brute Monster can win this one. Do have a smoke here, though.
Also does have a molly. They are re-smoking it. Bomb can be picked up.
Brute Monster. Oh, he went through that. Surely just going to try and save for last. Brute Monster currently 20 and 5, Charlie. We're on the 14th round of play here. No warp though, into the next for Brute Monster. And the final round here is going to be a really weak buy for Zero Tenacity.
Yeah, still, we've seen stranger rounds. See, we saw that just Hero M4. Basically amongst minimal pistols. So there is a chance it can be won, but it can be very tough to get anything from.
Ooh, Namana though finds one, gets the second as well. Takes down Latic. Somehow Zero Tenacity are in the driver's seat of this round, and Brute Monster gets the headshot with the scout there. This is absolutely ridiculous, Charlie. Somehow Zero Tenacity, even on these weaker buys, are consistently finding avenues into these rounds.
Yeah, what they've got to do here is just make sure they don't give away too many isolated fights. We could be seeing one here towards Ramble. Will Wrestle be aware? He certainly looks like he is, and Kyofo falls.
Nice tag from Brute Monster. Gonna try and confirm the kill. Oh, he didn't even spot him and he found the frag. It's all on Wrestle.
Look where the bomb is as well. Brute Monster's just about to find this. Sorry, Simka, and they should just group up around this bomb.
Wrestle with a lot of work to do in this round. Nice little off angle, but Wrestle.
Heard the step. Simka finds the kill, but Brute Monster's close enough to find the trade. 11-4. Good recovery at the end there from VP Prodigy. We have to give them that. Was obviously a 9-0 lead.
Is 4 rounds enough? Surely not. I feel like
I feel like it is sort of the... Maybe even 3 is the minimum, but I feel like it is something that they can play with at least, but the pistol has to go their way.
Yeah, and I think as well that was the real problem for VP Prodigy. Let's say the pistol went their way early on and we saw an eco from Zero Tenacity. It would have been, you know, even though, you know, it's only a couple rounds, it would have been a 9-6. It would have made this game a lot more doable for them. So, obviously, if Zero Tenacity do take the pistol here, I feel like it could be already over. But I feel like 11-4 is still really far back. It is going to be tough, so... I guess VP Prodigy have got a lot of work to do on this CT side, but you know, as you mentioned, they did look nice there towards the end. They won 4 out of the 6 rounds being played, but obviously potentially losing 9 in a row early on hasn't helped them that much.
See, Jewel Beretta's out for Cheerful.
Surely going to be playing on top of Heart. Cheerful not had the greatest game so far. Which there's still time to bring this one back. Oh, I like the Molotov towards main. It's going to force this player out in the open. Lomic just tapping away here. Ooh, does find AVN. Oh, and we got a player in the vents. Fen2k does find one. Potentially could have found Brute Monster as well. Then Lomic going to try and find this pick towards outside once again. Is successful. The bomb will go down.
Result is low, but still 2-man advantage for VP Prodigy.
And they do have the kit on their side as well. Oh, surely Brute Monster's gonna get caught off. Oh, he hasn't been spotted. Oh, and it works out perfectly there for VP Prodigy. Okay.
From that range with the dual Berettas, that's a pretty ridiculous shot there.
I feel like I can't kill anyone with the dual Berettas at kind of melee range. You know, the range where I can bring out the knife and stab someone. But I guess Cheerful been learning this, learning the dualies.
Learning the spray control, yeah.
I feel like the dualies, you know, the fire rate on the weapon. I feel like once you're firing at max speed, you kind of do need somewhat of a spray control. Just 2 taps there. They look ridiculous. But it is this force buy out for Zero Tenacity. We've got 4 Galils in play and also the Tech 9 on the Mana. Is it just going to be this fast A-pop here? Oh, they're ready.
Also be aware of Cheerful top part. AVN is looking there.
Oh.
Instantly takes him out. Great job from Zero Tenacity. Heaven player falls. Result, so much work to do. Finds one. Doubles down, in fact. And Kyofo so low. Huge performance from Result.
2 versus 2 now on the bomb. Out in the open. Latic hasn't been spotted. We'll be able to find one aware at the second as well. And Latic closes out with a lovely double. But as you mentioned, player back side there with a lot of work done there. Drop Kyofo down really low. And then you know what? I'll deal with him later.
Yeah, I have no idea how he was allowed to get those 3 kills. But just the MP9 as well.
It was a flashbang. He sent a flash from himself from the backside to front. That's what gave him that slight avenue. $200 in kind of spent there on a flashbang, and in fact it kind of granted him 3 kills there. It's kind of ridiculous. But we should see another round go the way of VP Prodigy here, and that's where they find 7. And realistically, they'll only be 4 rounds away from their opponent. So, I guess as you mentioned, 11-4. It's not a great scoreline, but if VP Prodigy can keep this going, certainly not going to be unhappy with it at all.
Just these 4 Glocks and the Deagle, 4 Zero Tenacity, so really challenging to find much. Latte could have a few frags to find, nothing just yet. The damage done onto Resol. This bomb is going to be going down.
I'm not actually too sure. Did they go down vent?
Went down secret there.
Went down secret. Glock's doing even more damage. There's 3 players who are low, 4 players who are low HP. Oh, surely oh, no way. The pistols can't make it work in this one. Surely not. No, Fen 2K with the MP9. But that got very scary there.
I mean, with the Glocks, good damage. 2 kills, a bomb plant, that's job done. When you consider Cheerful's 11 HP and Lomic's sitting around half, you kind of think that there was a slight avenue that they could have taken there, but still. Good eco there for Zero Tenacity. Buys are out. Brute Monster's got his AWP.
Yeah, we do have the AWP on Latic as well. Obviously, it's clear to see who's currently winning the AWPing duel. Latic currently 9-13. Brute Monster's got 24 kills.
Yeah, it's always going to be tough to beat Brute Monster in an AWPing duel when he's feeling it.
Oh, even if he's not having the greatest of games, I feel like Brute Monster's always a player that's going to have somewhat impact. But like, you very rarely see him towards the bottom of the scoreboard. Ooh, Lomic. Gonna get tested here. Finds one. Can back away as well. Just gonna drop the smoke. It seems as though VP Prodigy, they're doing just what Zero Tenacity were doing on their CT side. Just finding an opening pick and being able to back away.
Slightly late on those swings. I mean, we've seen that angle played a couple of times now, actually, from both teams. Really yields a lot of success. Latic does fall to Demana.
Yeah, we do have 2 players towards Garage as well. Obviously, the bomb on AVN. Namana tasked with finding some control here, but obviously, as he's taking this under heaven hell control, the aggression lobby comes through and Simka finds one. Heard the steps. Can't find the second, though. And Lomik tasked with finding Namana. Perfect timing there. Everything seems to be going the way of VP Prodigy. It is going to be this B bomb hit, though. And no one defending the bomb site for now. AVN can get quite deep here, but we still have Brute Monster alive. I feel like that's always going to be a determining factor of whether Zero Tenacity can win these rounds, and just going to be posted up. Surely this one is going to be really tough for VP Prodigy. They do have 2 flashes and this double nade.
Brute Monster. It's all about timing. Finds the first. You just get posted up in this angle where AVN takes down Fen2k. Drop it onto him. Always favouring AVN there. Zero Tenacity, finally, they find their first T round. Obviously, it took VP Prodigy a lot longer to find theirs.
But look at the money for VP Prodigy here. Are they going to eco? Are they going to force? Like, I feel like either situation's not great. Lomik not going to have a perfect buy in the next. Might be able to get out an M4 at the cost of util, potentially on a FAMAS. But Zero Tenacity, they're going to find 13 off the back of this, unless if somehow the USBs can make it work.
I saw the Glocks almost do it.
Yeah, you know, what's to say that the USBs can't find their form?
Yeah, I think this was a necessary call from VP Prodigy. I feel like you just couldn't force buy it. If you force the buy, it's not going to be great. If you lose it, you're giving up 14.
And I think as well, seeing as this is, you know, that was Zero Tenacity's first roll full buy, to see the dominance that they showed, even in that 2 versus 3, both players staying alive there, just goes to show that VP Prodigy, they're going to need everything on their side to win these rounds. And it seemed as though they did, you know, they had perfect timing. The fact that Simka was only able to find, I want to say, yeah, 1 in lobby. The fact that Namana got taken down by Lomik towards ramp. It seemed as though they had perfect timing everywhere. But the second the bomb went down, that's when things got very troublesome. Oh, Namana. He's got 4 targets, but only able to find 1. The bomb will be able to go down. The AK can be retrieved here. Currently wielded by Cheerful.
Fumbling a bit of utility.
Just
see what Latic can do with this nade. It's 1 piece of util on the VP Prodigy side.
Look at the damage it's going to deal. Quite a lot to Brute Monster, but it doesn't really matter.
Could have actually, if he found the headshot, he could have actually found the kill there. That would have been a great bit of CS to watch.
Yeah, but I feel like Brute Monster's not missing that shot.
Definitely not in this game.
Cheerful just going to be hiding here. No need to peek. As we mentioned, though, Zero Tenacity, they do find 13 here. 3 rounds away from closing this one out. And this is where it becomes quite tough for this VP Prodigy side, as 1 round could really affect this whole matchup. Realistically, Zero Tenacity, if they can take this one, they're going to be on 50, and I feel like it potentially could be too far gone.
What that saved AK actually did was allow Lomik to get the M4 out with util, so just that saved AK was pretty important. Great flashbang. Lomik finds 2.
Just going to drop the smoke as well. Himself somewhat of a one-way, but this is a great round for VP Prodigy so far. It is going to be this A hit here now from Zero Tenacity. It's really the only avenue they have remaining. We've got a player on top of Hut as well. Surely going to do a lot of work here. RCL could get found, in fact.
Lomik's going down towards Vent as well. If they do hit A, these rotations can be very quick.
Yeah, AVN needs to find this frag. Molotov will come through. Now they are very much aware of these players towards lobby. Simka can creep his way out of Heart. We do have Cheerful on top of the railings here. Well, not the railings, more the...
Lomik from Vent as well. If they drop down on him, he's got kills to find. Brute Monster gets found by Cheerful on Rafters.
Rafters, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Sad when you forget a call out on your favourite map, but, you know.
Is your favourite map?
Yeah, by far. You know this.
Oh, I thought Ancient ones.
Ancient's up there, but I feel like you can't beat Nuke. You've been vibing with Inferno, haven't you, recently?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Inferno was like a map that... Tell me he's playing Inferno 6 months ago.
You would have.
I'm doing everything I
you
can
would
not to.
uninstalled CS.
Yeah, I mean, Overpass has always been my favourite, but, you know, Inferno, something about it recently. I don't know. Even though we're not, like, getting wins on the map, I think it's like we're like 50-50 is...
Oh, it's
I don't
not
know.
50-50. Wow, 10-90.
Maybe. I probably wouldn't be far off that. But I don't know, something about it. It's just an enjoyable map to play.
Yeah, it's one of the classics, and I feel like it's one of the good classics, you know.
Not like Dust.
Or Mirage. Yeah.
If any of you like Dust and Mirage in chat,
don't like those maps. I don't know. Maybe we're the weird ones.
No. We're the right ones. But trades are coming through here. 3 versus 3. Rumors with a spam is brilliant onto Lomic.
He's gone from Asimov to Asimov. Dropped the AWP Asimov. Picked up the AK. Found a kill with both weapons here. Oh, and Simka in a lovely position. It seemed as though Brute Monster wanted that frag, but Simka's stealing it away from him. A lot of work here for Fen 2K. Been spotted and Simka doubles down, and Zero Tenacity. This is looking good for them. They find 14. VP Prodigy in a world of hurt here. They kind of have to force. Fen 2K not going to get a buy in the next. Obviously, it's late stages, though, so they could just eco. The force will come through. And this kind of is going to decide the game now. If VP Prodigy can win this one, then they've got somewhat of a chance, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, such a risk. The only chance they had. They didn't have as dominant a CT side as they needed to. And they could all be over now. Top hub player falls. Player towards Tetris is spotted.
Yeah, I think this one could be too far gone here. Oh, AVN with a lovely double there. It's all on Cheerful in this round. Oh, elevates himself up. We'll find one, but you've already used enough bullets on the Deagle. We're not going to give you another one. And AVN, not going to give him another chance. And Zero Tenacity, they found 15 here. The money for VP Prodigy is absolutely dire. And I feel like we all know where this game is going, don't we, Charlie?
Yeah, it does sadly give off that vibe, but you do really have to commend Zero Tenacity. They've looked really good on their CT side. Slowed down a little bit towards the end, but now they're on their T side. It's not perfect CS that we're seeing, but it's T side. No, what are you going to expect? It's never going to be unbelievable, but it's good enough. The fact that it's 4-4 for both teams in the second half, it just shows that Zero Tenacity's T side is very strong.
Well, it's clear that Nuke's a map that they are very strong on, but Matic will be able to find one. Oh, Fen 2K as well gets a kill, but Brute Monster on the AWP. Just find the first. Off this 3 versus 3. Brings it to a 3v2 now. And it's all on Cheerful and Fen 2K. But I feel surely it's already over.
There is this flank coming through from Cheerful, but Brute Monster's got backup now, so Fen 2K could fall. In fact, has he gone up the ladder? I think they're both behind.
Ooh, Fen 2K. Oh, this is so nice here. Oh!
The fact he didn't even find Fen 2K, he found a player with ammo.
Oh,
that's an unbelievable way to close out the game, but what a game that was, Fred.
That's really unfortunate. I feel like you probably can't lose a game in a worse fashion, I guess. You know, I feel like that is, you know, double no scope. You're both in the flank. Brute Monster's alone. I get, you know.
Misses his first shot.
22 HP. Just everything was their favour. But yeah, they still win it. They still take it. Obviously, a great game there for Zero Tenacity. They're certainly going to be happy with the result of that one. 16-8. Very dominant there on Nuke. But we do have, I believe, we have, I want to say we have Into the Breach versus Neon Rangers next. But I think it's no longer Neon Rangers. I think they're looking for Org now. Bit dicey, but yeah.
Oh, it's changed already.
Yeah, I think they.
I swear it was Neon Rangers earlier today.
It was Neon Rangers about 20 minutes ago. I was on the match page there and then, but Yeah, it was, you know, it was a great game for Zero Tenacity. They definitely look good there on Nuke, and I feel like a lot of teams looking at that one from the outside in, certainly going to be banning Nuke against them. You know, they did great on the T side. They looked amazing on the CT side. So I feel like it could be safe to say that Zero Tenacity are going to be a very dominant factor here so far in the league, but obviously it is still early doors. But we are going to go to a short break before the LFO versus Into the Breach game. But yeah, should be about 5-10 minutes, and then we shall be back. Hello there, guys. How are we all doing today? We are going to be going into the second matchup of today. Obviously, it is Looking for Org versus Into the Breach, and it is going to be a nice one. But what are your thoughts going into this one, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a tough game for, I think, anyone playing against Into the Breach. Obviously, we did see Hosu play earlier today against Into the Breach in a pretty close game, 16-14. Into the Breach did narrowly take that one over the line, but Looking for Org now, they are 1-1. They beat Monte Carlo, but they did lose to Partizan. That's another game that we did get to watch. I do think it's going to be a really challenging one. Obviously, we're on it overpass, and that's where these Orbers can really thrive. And when you've got Draken on the side of Into the Breach, and he's fragging with the Orb, it's going to be so tough to shut him down.
Yeah, I think as well, Lightning, we've seen time and time again for this Looking for Org team as well, has looked great. But obviously something to mention, Charlie, I feel like it is going to be a nice game here. But in that game you mentioned about Hotu, Into the Breach were actually 13-6 down, I believe. So you've got to imagine great mental fortitude from the side. They're obviously potentially coming in with a little bit, I don't want to say overconfident, but I feel like there's certainly a side that are going to dominate here in the SCL. And ooh, straight away they've been met with the nice attack here from Robin. We'll be able to find the first. Dobbo has been dinked down to 45 as well. But Rusty, oh, Rusty and Draken doing so much work outside connector. Cypher in a great position here, takes down Exavert. And even though the opening pick and damage was found from Looking for Org, Into the Breach, they have looked great so far.
Yeah, really just overwhelmed any sort of attack from Looking for Org. They know where Lightning is, trapped towards Con. I say trapped, that's fine. Draken with a great kill. Got a chance to find Cypher as well. And he does take him down. This is becoming a bit more doable, Fred. Issue is the bomb's outside top corner, and that's where both of these Into the Breach players are.
Obviously, when Lightning takes any contact, we will see the swing from Rusty. Dobbo can be the one to take the initial contact. And oh, Lightning can back away. Although 6 HP could have been doable, but no, Rusty gets a double in that round. And although it got very dicey there, Into the Breach, they do still take the pistol. Without the bomb plant from Looking for Org, we aren't going to see a force.
What action's planned?
That's Northern, mate.
From Yorkshire?
Yorkshire.
The bomb plant?
The bomb plant. Love a Yorkshire accent.
That's got to be done at one point. We've got to do show match for SCL.
Well, we get my mate
We just
Tommy.
do accents. No. We just do accents, so we just absolutely offend everybody.
Can barely do my own accent.
Those Yorkshire people.
Nice find from Adam, though. Does take down Robin. A lot of weaker weapons here for Into the Breach. Rusty, the only one with this prime rifle. Draken surely going to be tested first, as we are going to be seeing this aggression towards long toilets. Oh, Draken finding one, and Morrow will fall, and Adam on an MP9. Oh, takes Lightning down at range. And I feel like, obviously, we've casted Into the Breach quite a lot in the past, and I feel like the prime weapon for Adam is just this MP9, and it's clear to see why. He's got 3 in this round, but I feel like he's consistently a player that kind of will drop over an AWP to a player like Draken, will put, you know, all the riflers on their premium weapons and just has an MP9 in play. And I feel like it really works for this Into the Breach side. Adam, a very selfless player, and, you know, it definitely works for them.
But he can always make these weaker weapon work as well. So, there's a limitation that he doesn't have an M4, but he's still so strong with just these weaker weapons. Still, obviously, a bit of a bonus round here from Into the Breach. You mentioned there's a lot of these sort of limiting factors in terms of their weaponry, but they're still doing damage. Adam finds one with the MP9, able to back off a bit and still find a second. Third takes him down, but the boosted up player will get the kill. Great double there from Robin.
Nice find from Rusty, though, and Morrow might be able to get this trade as he spams through the smoke. Somehow Rusty can get himself out of that. Morrow 53 HP, but the bomb is at the grasps of the Into the Breach side. Draken going to be rotating down connector as well. Can retrieve an AK-2, but Into the Breach surely going to find a third here. We're going to have to see some absolutely crazy plays from Morrow if they want to close this one out.
Yeah, similar situation to the pistol. Bomb isn't under the control of the T's. Got to do a tough job to really break their way into it. In fact, look how split these two Into the Breach players are. So there is a chance.
Ooh, Morrow might be able to find this pick here. Oh, he spots Draken. That is a great find from Morrow. Information on Rusty as well. Oh, somehow Amoro wins it. What a clutch round there.
1 HP to his name. Yeah, it looks a little bit dicey when both these CTs did split up. Isolated 2 1v1s and Amoro. Perfect jiggle onto Draken. Found the information. Took him out. Still no warp either team just yet, but obviously it was a bit more of a bonus round from Into the Breach. They only really have 1 M4, the rest were for Masses and MP9s. Still doable though.
Draken gonna get tested here. Does find the first. That's a great opening pick. Snade as well might chip the secondary player down as well. Oh, and Fade will fall. Lightning's already been tagged down to half HP. And look at this aggression from Adam. So cheeky. Got himself in playground. Finds the frag. Lightning has made his position known. Does have the bomb as well. Can actually get towards the A bomb site. But they know Adam's in the back lines. They don't even want to try and take A yet. They need to find Adam first.
Adam can just be an absolute nuisance here. He might actually be able to make his way towards long before the other player can deny anything.
Might be able to find Lightning as well. Plays in long toilets. Adam does take him down. Final player going to be going into playground now. It is Robin. Adam's 7 and 2. I feel like quite kind of consistently we don't see Adam always at the top of the scoreboard. He's quite a traditional in-game leader. I feel like we usually see him kind of struggling quite a lot. Not struggling, but he's setting his teammates up for success. But in this one, he just wants all the kills for himself.
Yeah, when Adam definitely has those games, and it's definitely scary for any opponent he's facing when he's near the top of the leaderboard. Because when he's the one taking the control of the game and the rest of his team are just doing what they're doing, that's when you've got all 5 players who can just be so deadly.
And I feel like they haven't even needed the other players to step up yet. You know, time and time again, we'll always see players like Cypher, Dobbo, Rusty, Draken. All 4 of them are going to have their individual rounds. They're going to be showing brilliance. But so far, it has just really been Adam to dominate. So you've got to imagine, once there becomes those opportunities where Adam isn't going to be fragging, because you can't keep an 8 and 2 record up the whole game, but I feel like that will allow time for the other players to step up, I guess. But Rusty with a lovely double here will send the nade, could do a fair bit of damage. But Draken in the back lines will find a Morrow. Adam takes down Lightning, and it's all on X over here.
Nice find onto Draken. Isolates that fight, picks up an AK, getting hunted instantly, and Cypher does take him out. 4-1.
We might see the AWP on Draken in this round now. Rusty does have the funding.
That's what I've been waiting for. You know I'm a big Draken fan and so strong with the AWP. He's not buying anything, so I think this is it. This is surely the time.
I've never seen you so excited before a game, I'll be honest. He's not dropped anything. He's okay, finally.
There you go. But yeah, he's always been such a fun player to watch, and the fact that he's obviously been around for a while, despite still being very young. It's always great to watch him. Obviously switching over to Valorant, coming back, and now I feel like he's sort of working his way back up through all the tiers of CS and into the Breach. Now I feel like he's definitely got a great chance to do big things with this team.
Yeah, and I think as well, I feel like into the Breach they've certainly climbed the ranks within their own respect, and I feel like the addition of Draken certainly going to make things a lot easier. I feel like ITB, they were always around that maybe, I want to say 70, 80th in the HLTV rankings, but they're slowly shooting their way up, and I feel like they certainly can keep it going here. This side is looking so strong, and it's looking so effortless. It seems as though in these games they are just having a little bit of fun with it. It seems as though they don't really need to be kind of 100% full focus. They're just having fun. They're finding the rounds, and I feel like Dobbo's going to need to try a little hard in this one. Does get 2, so certainly going to be happy with that. It's all on Adam. Currently the top performer here for Into the Breach in the 1 versus 2, but going to get swung. And looking for Org. They do find their second round here, but
still early days in this matchup, so still tough to know where it's going to go. It does feel like looking for Org are on the back foot in a lot of these rounds, but they're doing a good job to come back into it. Obviously, they're on the T side, so I feel like they're always going to look like they are having a little bit of a harder time, but switching on to their CT side will be interesting to see how they do.
Aggression
just
there.
Point out, look how mobile Draken is with this AWP. You've seen him play from He's had this sort of 2 rounds, played in 2 completely different positions, and still not actually played towards A, where you normally expect the AWP to be.
This is going to be somewhat tough. Obviously, Adam towards Party. We've got 2 players progressing up long. Perfectly timed here for Adam, though. Does find Fade. Morrow, though, with the trade. Flash coming through as well, just in case Adam wasn't going to be swinging, but it is going to be somewhat of an A fake here. We still got to play a deep monster. Cypher has spotted them, though. But looking for... They got time to work with here. They don't have to force anything yet, but Amoro slowly creeping through toilets. Luckily, Draken's just backed away. And Cypher, this lonesome defender towards B here.
Molly is going to force Draken slightly further back. But the Utah's really limited now for Into the Breach, so this sort of B hold is going to have to come down to just sort of the gunfights.
Similar kind of story for Looking for Org. They've only got 3 pieces as well. Flash will come over. Now the aggression comes through. And Cypher potentially a little bit overlooked there. A little bit overlooked, a little bit overworked potentially. He's just trapped towards the backside. Exiva gets taken down by Rusty. A really important kill. Brings it to this 3 versus 3 now.
Still really up in the air. Moro's made his position known. Draken does have a flashbang sent out now.
Robin with a double. Can't get the triple though. Draken on the AWP will be able to find 1, but Lightning will take him down. And Looking for Org, they string these rounds together now. They're only 1 away from their opponents, and it's just going to have to be an eco here for ITB. So things should be leveled up here, unless if the USPs can somehow find a round out of nowhere.
When you consider S-Fade as well, he's on a really tough game. 007 right now. But the rest of his team are really picking up the slack and keeping them in this one. Gamble towards B for Into the Breach. 4 USPs and 1 P250.
Yeah, just playing it quite slowly here. Sometimes you see the USPs swarming towards middle. That could have been a right call for this ITV side, as we do have a lot of players towards mid for the Ts, but Util being thrown towards long. Might be able to hear it, and that's potentially what's caused this rotate. Also, the lack of aggression shown towards B here from Looking for Org. We are just going to be seeing this full gamble here towards A. Could be seeing Looking for Org go into the crunch here.
Yeah, but look, in the meantime, Robin, he's clearing out this B site. Gonna get all this information. So it's tough for these gambles when this team does send a probe. Because you either have to stay there, find 1 kill, and they all go to the other side of the map. Or they'll just get all this information.
This round is surely just going to go the way of Looking for Org. Those 2 kills found from them. One going down as well. I like the idea of the gamble there from Into the Breach, but certainly not paying out. And look at Robin already in the back lines here. Finds 1 with a Mac and certainly going to be looking for more. Oh, gets the second. Rusty all that remains here.
Does get a ding, but does get a foul. 4-4, all leveled up. Buyout again, but no AWP on Into the Breach.
You know, we saw the rifles working out for Into the Breach, so not going to be the biggest of problems. Slight lack of utility, and also we don't have a kit on their side either, so that is going to be somewhat problematic.
Looked good, Robin. Been chipped down a little bit, but nothing that significant.
Passive from both of these sides here. Obviously, we do have Draken very deep towards long, but he isn't going probing anymore. Just getting posted up on this deep angle, awaiting for a swing, and it's not come through yet. Ooh, nice jiggle from Cypher. Gets the info, but also loses a fair bit of HP as well. We are going to be seeing somewhat of a B hit here. The bomb has been dropped. We do have Exeter towards connector. It's all about timing here as we do see Adam somewhat inquisitive here. Amoro surely going to find Draken. So that is the opening pick and the man advantage for LFO. I like the setup we have towards Monster so far. I think it is just going to be this B hit here. We've got 2 in short and 3 outside Monster, but the setup so far is looking great. Cypher and Dobbo primed to do wonders here. Rusty going to be rotating down towards B as well, as Adam is just posted up holding con. Now the util is going to come through. Exeter sends out the flashbang. Oh, and they're going to be aggressing through here. Rusty able to find one on the back of the pillar. Gets the second. Searching for the third, but will get taken down. But Cypher still in the smoke here. We'll find one. Gets taken down by Fade, though. And now it's all on Adam. All on the in-game leader here. Seemingly are aware he's towards short. And he's going to be swinging through this. But Fade, well aware and looking for Org. They take the lead here on the T side. That's brilliant from them, even with the strong setup we saw from Into the Breach. Potentially, Cypher should have waited a little longer for that kill. Could have potentially found 2 for his troubles, but either way, not the biggest of problems. We do see Adam on an MP9 in this round. Potentially invested a little too much, but at the same time, could certainly work as magic. Adam already very deep here. Has been tagged down by a nade, though, for 44. Surely he's not going to be checked. Oh, and he finds one with that MP9. Just gives a weapon for his teammates to wield. They won't go retrieving it yet. The mollies from S-Fade. Certainly not perfect. Draken able to get one with a deagle. Very important kill there.
A couple of kills gone the way of Into the Breach now. Makes this round still doable. It's not going to be easy, though. For obviously still have significantly better weapons. If this kill on S-Fade does get found, have to expect Into the Breach are going to take it.
Yeah, although looking for Org, they've got the weaponry, they've got the utility. The sheer manpower of this Into the Breach side surely going to overwhelm them. We're going to need to see some players stepping up in this one. It is Exeter to swing. Finds the first. That's a great frag. Gifted the second as Cypher pushes through the smoke. Oh, and Draken gets taken down. 2-man advantage here for Into the Breach is completely gone. Oh, what? Dobbo? Please teach me how to use the deagle like that.
That is ridiculous. Sort of keeps this round in contention for Into the Breach now.
Don't know whether they are going to truly going for it. Rusty is in the back lines, but Dobbo will fall. Oh, unfortunate there for Rusty. A lot of damage dealt there from that Into the Breach side, but not enough to take the round, but still trying to restrict the economy after 5 rounds in a row for looking for Org. And now we see Draken once again on the AWP. Full buys out for the side, but do we have no kit again Into the Breach?
No kit again. Prioritize utility. Draken is on the AWP now, so maybe that could be the difference.
Oh, the triple nades here. Rusty. Luckily getting himself out of there, but oh, that is a lovely swing from the T's. Going 2 for 1 there. 3 versus 4 now for Into the Breach. Certainly going to struggle. Surely just going to be this B hit. Oh, they are just relinquishing themselves back towards A. Just going to leave Robin as somewhat of a lurk. He's been in this lurk role quite a lot of the time so far in this half, and he's done it very nicely.
He's going back towards A. Draken's the lone A defender for now, holding towards toilets, but they are just splitting. Exeter's going to solo towards A, probably try to probe, sell a bit of a fake.
He's just sent the smoke. We'll be going back towards middle. So he could get caught out by Draken here. As this smoke fades, these players in Monster surely going to get found. Oh, Lightning finds one, but Rusty will take down Amoro. Lightning with a double, though. It's all on Draken now. And this one's surely going to be too far gone here. Looking for Org. They are looking great in this one. Currently, scoreline going to be 7-4, unless if Draken can somehow win this 1v3. With the player boosted up as well, I feel like it's safe to say this one is over.
Unless Draken's heard the jump, there's probably very little chance he's aware of this.
I'm saying, looking for Org, it's going to be 7-4 up against Into the Breach. Potentially a side that a lot of people are expecting to definitely get themselves to playoffs, but potentially take it. Certainly one of the strongest sides here in the Challenger division. And seeing as Looking for Org are doing a great job against them, potentially after this one, they will no longer be looking for one because any Org would be lucky to snatch this team up.
Oh, Draken luckily gets Robin. So he will survive. Keeps this AWP alive into the next.
Somewhat of a benefit. Obviously, the full loss bonus for ITB, so they can bring out some MP9s Deagles as well. And with the AWP on Draken, they certainly can make things work. Obviously, he doesn't even need to invest in anything in this one. We'll be able to get an AWP out in the next, but we're going to need to see some more from Draken here. I feel like, especially with that kind of the real weapon in this round for ITB, definitely need to... Oh, this double nade. Absolutely destroying Cypher. Dobbo, 8 HP as well. And they're just going to push off it.
Just after using it the round before. Perfectly played. Draken finds one with the AWP. Lone defender for now. Doubles up. 3 versus 2. And instantly, Looking for Org, they realise Draken's towards B with that saved AWP. Let's go to A.
Yeah, but now they've not been met with any contact. Surely Draken's going to be rotating up as well. It's going to be Adam and Draken, the two real weapons here for ITB in this round. Obviously, there are 3 Deagles accompanying them. These are also the 2 top performing players here for ITB.
Draken is towards heaven for now. So the fact that we're seeing Adam push towards toilets and see no contact might actually mean Draken's going to stay for longer.
Ooh.
I say that, in fact, he's looking towards long now.
Amaro is
this
holding
could be perfect. It's all about timing.
Ooh, Adam finds one. Draken could find this player here. Takes down Exever. It's all on Amaro now. And Adam can just get himself out of there. That's going to be the real goal.
Adam sort of made Amaro chase him back into toilets. And he's now got the 1-up on him in terms of positioning. 25 seconds. Amaro, timing's not great. And Adam still doesn't find the kill. Does finish him off with the jump in MP9. But Draken and Adam, huge round from them. 3 kills from Draken, 2 from Adam. That was really keeping Into the Breach into the game. That denies Looking for Org winning the half.
Was that 2v5?
Yeah, I think it was.
It must have been.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I think...
Draken got the double towards
it was
B.
either a 2v5 or a 2v4, and Draken just got the first kill before one of his teammates went down, but...
Either way,
yeah, definitely very one-sided round, but great performance from Into the Breach. Rotations were perfect there.
Yeah, and we mentioned, you know, we needed to see those players stepping up, especially as they were the real weapons, and they certainly did in that one. Oh, Fader spotted him. We're going to be seeing a boost here. Oh, that is so cheeky. Draken just questioning where he got taken down from that.
Yeah, I've not seen that before. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty unbelievable. Robin could get a double. Dobbo knows he can't really peek into it. Looking for Org, looking really strong.
Yeah, they are looking great. Especially against the strong side of Into the Breach.
It's probably a lot of people's favourites to take the whole season.
I feel like it potentially could be a battle between the kind of consistent winners being Iron Branch and Into the Breach. If that comes down to it, who are you thinking is going to take it, Charlie?
I really don't know. I've always been a big fan of Iron Branch. I always think they've looked so strong. But you Into the Breach are a team that you never know.
Yeah, and I think as well now they've got Draken. I feel like you're kind of torn between the 2 sides. Oh, Adam nearly getting knifed there, but we'll take down Amaro. But 8 rounds have been found for Looking for Org here on their T side. And they are looking brilliant.
Gonna be seeing this force from Into the Breach as well. They have enough money to be able to make it work, so I'm gonna give it the good college try.
Might just be a B hit here from Looking for Org. 5 players, and the early flashes will come out. Oh, a lot of aggression here. Fade will be able to find one. It is Dobbo posted up towards Pillar. Could be able to find this opening pick. Does find Fade. I like the setup so far. Adam and Dobbo doing a lot of work. Dobbo spots another, takes him down. The trade will come through though, but Rusty peeking through. Finds one, and it was just so back and forth there in the kill feed, but into the breach, they do take the round.
Good counter util there from into the breach. It's what they really needed. They lost the first player in Cypher, but the smoke dropped towards barrels, in between barrels and pillar. It denied looking for really getting any significant control. We saw Dobbo just playing behind that smoke. Anybody pushing towards bridge did get found. Really slowed down any attack, allowed the rotations to come in, and all the kills go their way.
I feel like it looked very rough for them, especially with Cypher going down so early. Ooh, Adam able to find one and backing away, but he will get taken down from Exiver here.
And you actually question, maybe if he didn't drop that smoke, they might have pushed up towards top con and Draken could have just got a quick trade.
Yeah, definitely. Adam didn't even need to peek. Draken was holding towards connector, but
We'll level up in this round though. Exiver obviously 22 HP. Could be seeing Exiver entry in this one.
ooh, Robin with the deagle able to find one. Dobbo goes down as well. Now it's on Rusty and Draken. Two newest additions to this side.
No utility at all. This is the last round, so they are going to give it a go.
Draken towards heaven. Currently hasn't been able to find anything so far. And Rusty in ABC, it is going to be a tough one here. Rusty will find one, but Draken... Oh, that is a lovely swing from Lightning. Gets a double there, and looking for all. They find 9 rounds on their T side here.
Yeah, really good performance from them. Obviously, that sort of streak that we saw of 6 rounds, it looked good initially from into the breach, but just the tempo, the momentum really swayed favors and just went the way of looking for org, and they've been able to sort of just continue that. Set themselves up for a really good CT side.
And, you know, if you look at kind of the kill difference between the sides, it's not too far away. Obviously, we've got both bottom fraggers on 4 kills. It seems as though there's only really, like, the difference between Exiver and Dobbo. But I feel like looking for org, they have just been really clinical in these ones. I feel like it's not to do with kills. I think the teamwork is really just working out for them. And I think when it comes down to the executes, when it comes down to the trading, I feel like looking for org, they've looked great in this one.
Yeah, Cypher's been a little disappointing. He's someone that you're not normally expecting to see bottom of the leaderboard, but he's been found a lot of the time as the first kill, and that's where the sort of spiral began. So hopefully, I mean, to be honest, the B players in general have had quite a tough go of things. Dobbo as well, just been getting abused a bit towards B, but you mentioned we already saw a bit of a comeback from into the breach against Hotu. We could be seeing the same thing.
Oh, that's a lovely shot from Draken. Yeah, but I think as well we did see a heavy lean from looking for org on their T side towards B. I feel like they defaulted towards B. It was a real rarity for them to really go towards A. I think that they went towards A, I want to say twice or maybe 3 times in total.
Probably around that.
So it is always tough, especially, you know, seeing a Cypher generally the one taking that early contact, and when facing off against a multitude of players, it is going to be tough. But oh, into the breach, they're looking great here on this pistol round.
Yeah, something that they desperately needed.
Nice flashes over from Adam. Bomb site is clear. We are going to be seeing these players rotating through, and Robin needs to take somewhat of a gamble. Draken will find him. Oh, and Draken's so strong there on that P250. I feel like it's generally an AWP's best friend. It's clear to see why.
Yeah, not a real surprise why he was dropped that weapon. No force yet from looking for org. So yeah, they want to get these weapons out as soon as possible. They don't want to give up their lead and allow into the breach to level things up. So they are just going to be going for the eco. They've got one flashbang, but all the bodies being sent towards B.
Yeah, obviously the buy is not going to be perfect in the next from looking for org. Obviously we're going to be seeing M4s in play, but it's not going to be great. There's going to be limitations regarding utility, maybe even lack of kits, but they're going to be aggressing monster here. And oh, Dobbo only able to find one. Will get taken down. AK has been retrieved, but Rusty is just holding it for now. Robin has retrieved it.
All three looking for players are still towards the B bomb site.
Nice way into the breach. Seemingly are leaning. This could go very wrong here for ITB.
I wonder if it's just the fact they want to get these kills to the max. They want to make their money. Lightning could give his life away, and he does.
Now the aggression comes through. Robin still hiding towards barrels, completely alone here and won't find anything. Adam and Cypher with those MP9s, Mac 10s, doing a lot of work there.
Now the bite is coming out for looking for Org. Obviously, not going to expect any sort of warp. No defuse kit in play. And a couple of util limitations, but overall, weaponry-wise, they've got it all sorted.
Yeah, it's, you know, still pretty strong. You know, against Into the Breach's buy, I'd say it's much stronger. We've got a Galil, a Mac 10 in play against the 5 M4s, in fact. A lot of utils been used already here for looking for Org. Oh, Cypher able to find one. Fade does take down Rusty just beforehand, though, so still this 4v4.
Dobbo, he's going to get tested again. This time comes out on top. Exeter falls. The man advantage back in the favour of Into the Breach.
Yeah, it was kind of unnecessary aggression there towards Monster. Obviously, they wanted to take control, but seemingly not very aware at all about that short pipe. And we've also got Adam tucked away here in the cubby. We are going to be seeing this aggression towards short. They need to be aware of Adam. Going to spot the gun barrel now. Finds the first and looks for the second. Oh, and Dobbo, that is that's perfect team play there from ITB. Adam taking that initial contact, and then we see Dobbo swinging, and it's all on Lightning here.
Yeah, it's interesting if that eco had anything to do with it. Obviously, we saw them push towards Monster, and they got a lot of control without even being spotted until quite late. So I wonder if they thought, oh, I reckon I could do that on a full buy round. I reckon if I get a time in, that's why they went for that. As soon as they lost that opening kill, oh, there we go. Lightning does fall by Draken. And yeah, it's interesting, obviously, if that's why the Monster play came through. And then obviously, if you are disadvantaged, taking control anywhere can always be beneficial. So I feel like that sort of set the tone for how that round was going to go. But Into the Breach do level things up now.
Interestingly, no AWP on Draken. You know, Rusty fell in that one. We could have seen the AWP be brought out for Draken, but
maybe just because they're against the weaker buy, potentially they just want to make their money. Try not to give anything away. I think there's definitely no need to show no respect to looking for Org now, because they've already shown that, yeah, they're definitely a challenging team. You don't want to give anything up to them at all, but we see these two players towards a long for Into the Breach, taking a lot of initiative early on. Player towards Truck is the only defender for now. Cypher does just spot him. Player swinging for the smoke, falls to Cypher as well. A bomb site is free for the taking.
And Into the Breach, they're going to take the lead off this one. It's going to be a near impossible round for looking for Org, so double digits will be found here for ITB.
And Ormoro just wants to keep his armor. And obviously smoke grenade into the next. Might see Exvert try to go for an exit near the end of it.
Moro just posted up here towards Monster, just waiting for some aggression. Might not even come through.
I think he probably just wants to keep hold of his armor. Obviously, money isn't actually great on Ormoro. It is full loss bonus, so there shouldn't really be that big an issue, but keeping the armor will just allow everything to sort of... You might be able to drop over an AWP, in fact.
Yeah, Adam does find Exeter as well. Yeah, AWP can be dropped, obviously, from Amoro, but instantly investing. We could see Lightning bring one out themselves, but no ops against it. Still no AWP on ITB either, but it's working for them on the rifle. No need to change it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if someone did fall there from Into the Breach, if they would have brought out a rifle perhaps, but an ult perhaps, but just sticking with these rifles, yeah, it is like you said, it definitely is working.
Ooh, Exivert. Early chip damage there onto Adam. Already seen two.
Look how passive this playstyle is from Into the Breach. Look at them towards Aphred. They're taking absolutely nothing, really slow, really hesitant in case looking for Organ, going for any sort of aggression to try to mix things up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've got time to play with here. They don't need to rush the attack. Oh, Rusty, though, gets taken down by Lightning. Nade onto Dobbo as well. It's a great way to find an opening pick, and seeing as both Dobbo and Adam are chipped down a little bit, this could be somewhat of a tough round here for Into the Breach.
Dobbo might push in front of this smoke. Flash is coming out, so it could be devastating. He does fall. Exivert finds him.
It is, in fact, surely going to be this A hit here for Into the Breach, but look where the bomb is, Charlie. We do have both Cypher and Draken getting very aggressive towards A. Oh, Cypher does find one. Gets the second as well. Can take all of this control. The flashbang will come through. Oh, that is perfect from Robin. And now it's all on Adam. 1 versus 3. There's just one defender here towards B. It is Exivert. Adam rushing out here. The steps can be heard. And Exivert going to win this one. Once again, things are back level now. We could see the AWP being brought out for Draken.
That's instantly picked that weapon up. Obviously, money is strong for Into the Breach, so they are going to have finances in the reserve. But it's still a real close game. I don't know. I definitely wasn't expecting it to be this close.
I think it came from the real dominance shown from looking for Org on their T side. I feel like without it, it would have been really tough, but no AWP out on Lightning in this round. Obviously, the AWP on that CT side having a lot more dominance than the T side. I feel like it is a little bit tougher to AWP. Draken certainly going to try and make things work. We see the jump spot here from Lightning once again. It's how Rusty fell in the last round. Ooh, missed flashbang that.
Info gained on both sides. Looking forward, on their T side, they heavily favoured the B bomb site. On their CT side, they're doing a very similar thing.
I think as well, traditionally, I believe B is still more heavily hit than the A bomb site here on Overpass. Rusty, though, does take down Fade, and this is surely going to be the go call here for Into the Breach.
Issue is they don't know that all 4 players were towards B, but look, they're just creeping closer and closer. 2 players have rotated in now. The molly is going to be too deep, so Adam can just get out. Troll player falls. There's one more there. Cypher does get taken down by Robin, but Dobbo with a quick trade. 4 versus 2. These CTs are going to have to save here.
There's no real point even having a look in, especially because the money for this looking for Orc side certainly isn't perfect.
I wonder if we'll see any sort of hunt from Into the Breach. If they'll even give it a go, or sort of respect looking for Organ enough just to let them keep hold of it. It looks like they will be allowed to keep hold of their weapons. Exivert does have a little bit of money in the reserve, and the loss bonus is decent enough where he can drop one over. So it'll be interesting to see if we do see a buy, but it might just be safer if they do just go for the half buy, give Into the Breach 12. No, they are going to be buying on AWP's dropped over.
Yeah, I feel like this is, you know, a smart play, but I think at the same way, looking for Org, if they aren't successful in this one, Into the Breach certainly can extend their lead massively. Ooh, Nice aggression here from Adam. Certainly going to catch them off guard. We'll be able to find one. Spots the player towards heaven. Adam with a double. Oh, and he's looking for the triple. Has tagged
all
down
the information, though. They know exactly where these final two players are. And just look at Cypher. Look at the other players towards A. They're just bursting. Going to swarm all over this A bomb. So this round's near enough done already. Util's going to indicate the B players. They're already on A.
Yeah,
look who's still staying. Yeah, Dobbo. He really wants to find these two players.
Very cheeky. Doesn't want to give them anything to work with in the next, and Dobbo slowly creeping his way up short. Robin somewhat aware. Fade has gotten past Dobbo. Oh, I say that. Oh,
Dobbo just keeps on baiting.
Yeah, he's creeping towards
goes
short.
Somewhere, goes backward.
Rusty takes down Robin though. Dobbo really hasn't had the timing here for Fade. Quite unfortunate here, but as mentioned, into the breach they find 12 and surely going to find 13 off the back of this, as the money for looking for Org certainly isn't perfect.
It is far from it. Obviously, it is full loss bonus though, so we can see. I mean, we can see some investments. S-Fade actually probably could have dropped over an M4 and still have money for the next, but that's just gone for Util. Probably going to be saving for the AWP to drop over to Lightning.
Yeah, might as well. No need to drop over weapons. Get yourself the strongest buy you can. Oh, Cypher spotted one. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, they're really just sort of waiting to crunch on this player. The tick of the molly has been heard. Robin towards long, though, has some work to do. Finds one, picks up the AK, and just tries to run away. Adam is not going for a swing. Waiting for the flashbang, in fact, and perfectly played. I thought it could be the undoing, but Lightning with a great eagle shot, but it's real hectic in this round as Dobbo has crept his way out towards B and cleared out that portion of the map. Moro is aware of Dobbo's positioning though, so Dobbo can't really get too aggressive. All his control towards B could sort of unravel very quickly.
Obviously, this one is still winnable. And it's not over. Into the breach, they can't play too overconfident in this one, because all it takes is a kill going the way of looking for Org, and then it's leveled back again. Moro has aggressed through the smoke.
Moro is so aggressive out towards heaven, but he needs to be. They need to take some sort of risk. They aren't actually seemingly aware that Dobbo is so deep towards ABC. Draken finds the kill with the tech, and Rusty cleans things up. 13-10 into the breach on this T side of all things is where they've looked really dominant. 7 out of the last 8 rounds. And I mentioned Cypher and Dobbo, they were having quite a tough time on the CT side. Obviously towards B's where they were getting punished quite a lot of the time, but they've really got straight back into the mix. Adam has been brought down low. Nice nade onto Robin though. Rusty does find S-Fade. Man advantage now for Into the Breach. Keeping it that way. In fact, Dobbo out towards B. Up to his old tricks. Pushing out. Could get time in. Finds Moro. Is this play towards short? Dobbo finally falls. But still man advantage. And when it's this 4v3, when there's 3 defenders, it really splits the attack. They have to take some gambles somewhere.
Yeah, obviously, we've got Adam and Rusty both been tagged down quite a lot. Fair bit of util on the Into the Breach side, as they do have the 2 smokes, the flashbang and the grenade, but nothing in comparison for this looking for Org side. So this round is really up in the air, but obviously so much more important for this looking for Org side. If they lose this, essentially giving up 15, and that's where things could be a little too far gone, but Exeter had the chance to find the frag, but Rusty, that is brilliant. 4 versus 2 now.
Yeah, I mentioned they need to take some sort of gamble somewhere. The gamble was towards B, leaving a player solo towards short, but got punished. Has been found. 4 versus 2. We haven't really seen a hunt from Into the Breach that massively. I wonder if this will be the round now. I mean, the fact that Rusty and Draken are both on 10k. Unless they just want to play it really safe. I mean, you can see Rusty. He's pushing up towards the A site. Surely Rusty gets found. Yeah, Robin does take him down here. Just long, really easy sightlines for these AWPers. Now, there was a bit of a hump. Not perfect timing on it, though. You've got to think if it was slightly better time, perhaps they could have found Robin. But 14 to 10, Fred, Into the Breach are really coming into their own on this T side of overpass.
Yeah, they've looked really nice here. I feel like it looked very dicey for this Into the Breach side, especially when they didn't have the strongest of sides on that CT side. But certainly looking dominant here on the T side, and I feel like they had to. Realistically, if they didn't show this type of form, it could have been all said and done. But look at this. Looking for all, they decided to invest in this one, and it could be all over now.
They've got to step up now. They have not been able to find any sort of solution since being on this CT side. And Draken makes things one step harder. Looks like his crosshair placement was off, but his flick certainly wasn't.
He dropped down to 3 HP, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, Dobbo, perfectly timed. Find Exeter. They do drop a smoke on the Molotov. It's a 5 versus 3 now, Charlie.
I think they dropped the smoke so they can continue to do the boost.
I like the idea behind it.
I don't know if it worked out, though.
You do never know. If they actually got a player up on the boost, they could have dropped the smoke on their opponent's head, and they could have maybe got somewhat of a one-way. I don't know. I don't think you, when you're in the molly, I don't think you're thinking that far through. Just get rid of the flames, really.
Yeah, probably not lining up a boost while on the molly.
While dropping a smoke.
I'll be impressed
if it happened.
If it worked. That's a level of composure that I don't know if many people have.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
Well, in our next game, both died to a molly.
Yeah. You know, at least we tried. And I wonder what LFO go for in this one. Obviously, 2-man disadvantage, just going to be the save. They're giving up 15 for ITB, and we're going to be seeing Adam somewhat looking for this hunt.
Yeah, this is where I think, because it's going to be 15 now, match point is going to be found, and obviously Into the Breach are going to be aware that they're trying to save these 3 weapons. If they keep them all alive, they can get a full buy. So this is where we might see a full team hunt, or at least a lot more of the team. Only Adam's really getting inquisitive for now. Murray does find Adam. Now we're seeing a few more bodies go towards these T stairs. Dobbo falls, and I don't think Rusty's even gonna get the chance. He's got his knife, but he does find Aurora.
Oh no, that is not good. And that's why, you know, that's why Rusty's 21 and 14. Just somehow is able to get those type of kills.
Maybe that's why Omoro's 7 and 18.
You never know. Little.
Yeah, having a bit of a tough one there. That was a kill sort of dead to rights, but real unfortunate there from Omoro. 15 to 10 Into the Breach have looked superb since being on this T side.
And look at Dobbo. I love this idea of aggression, and he catches Omoro out. Yeah, Morrow's had somewhat of a struggle in this one. Aggression towards short from Adam. Will get taken down by Exeter, so it is this 4 versus 4 now. Obviously, Dobbo and Rusty both been tagged down quite a lot. Not a single player for this Into the Breach side is full HP, but Cypher's getting somewhat aggressive. Could have found the frag, but not perfect timing.
The rest of his team Pushing up towards long as a pack. 3 players there. If Cypher can just keep their attention, Drac can get posted up on bank. Obviously, health-wise, does favor looking for org.
Ooh, Lightning in a nice position here. Has spotted 2 towards long. Man advantage now, and obviously player going down being Cypher. He was one of the full HP players, but now the aggression comes through. Lightning in a perfect position. It's the first shot. It's going to be so tough here for the ITB side. Great find from Rusty. Oh, he gets the second as well. Spotted the gun barrel. Just clipped through the wall.
Draken misses, but is given the chance to fall back. 18 seconds, does have time to play with. Aware of Robin, takes him down. Or more Extrovert versus Draken now. 21 HP. Look at the time, they're really ticking down.
6 seconds to play with it. Just taps on the bomb. Oh, and Draken wins it with 1 second remaining. I love that from Draken. Just goes for the round there. Just fully accepts, you know what? I don't have enough time to get the bomb down. I'm just going to tap the bomb and I hope I get swung. And it seemed perfect there. But into the breach. They close it out 16-10 there. And that is an absolutely ridiculous T side. They won 10 out of the 11 rounds played on the T side. But what a game from them. Seemingly they were getting slightly dominated when they were on their CT side. And they, well, didn't have the best CT side. But it just goes to show whatever you can do, we can do better. And into the breach, they look great in that one. Second game of the season and they are 2-0. But what are your thoughts after that one, Charlie?
I think after looking at the Into the Breach CT side, I think there was a few question marks in general about sort of site holds, individual performances, and everything in general in that aspect. But as soon as they switched to the T side, completely different story. Cypher and Omoro were both bottom fragging with 4 kills before the half change. Omoro got 3 kills in the second half. Cypher ended up with 8 more. So there's just that one aspect is something significantly different. Just Cypher was stepping up where Omoro wasn't necessarily getting the opportunity. But a stat that's really interesting, Fred, is entry success. Majority of the entries went the way of Into the Breach. All of the looking for all players, 4 of them have 33% entry success, with S-Fade being the only exception to that with 36. So nothing special there. We're on the side of Into the Breach. Adam, 71%. Dobbo 100, Draken 60, Rusty 67. Cypher was the only one that was negative. And it just that as a load, it just shows that the opening kills most of the time are going the way into the breach. And I feel like that's exactly what we saw on the T side. Round after round, they were finding these opening kills. And then from that, they just played the round slower. They looked for a kill elsewhere. They found that. And a lot of the times we saw looking for all trying to save because the rounds were sort of out of question before the exec even came in. So great T side there from Into the Breach and really what they needed to come back into this one.
Yeah, well, I feel as well on their T side, they'd find an opening pick and they wouldn't even give their opponents the time to rotate. They just send it onto the bomb site. And that's kind of, the, you know, as you mentioned, the causation of a lot of the times where we did see the saves. And quite a lot of the times when they saw, you know, when they tried to even go for the save, they didn't even get the opportunity to do so. Around that, I feel like we're all going to remember was the Rusty has his knife out pushing towards top con and somehow still finds the frag. And I feel like Omoro definitely didn't have the greatest of games. 7-19, really struggled in that one. But Into the Breach, they do go 2-0 so far in this season. They do have another game later on, so that should be nice to watch as well. But that has been it from us. If you guys are enjoying the SCL so far, make sure to drop a follow on the Twitch and also the Twitter so you get those constant updates about which games are being streamed and how the leagues are going so far. But as to mention again, that's been it from us. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow for